Alrighty guys, welcome once again. This time it's a live unbooking. This is actually, I think, the first time we've ever done an unbooking. This is for Pathfinder 2nd edition, the core rulebook. We're going to go through and see what's in this mammoth book. You get a lot. I think this book cost me $44.95 on Amazon, I think. So normally I think it retails for $59. Yeah, $59.99. So it's a $60 book. I got it for $44 on Amazon. There was some tax or whatever, so I think it was less than $50. It was like $49, $50. And look it. You get a mammoth book. This thing is, it is huge. It is heavy. There is a ton of stuff in this. I mean, a ton of stuff. So we're going to look at that, and we're going to see what's inside the book, and we're going to find out how does 2nd edition Pathfinder, how's it book with the core rulebook. So join us for that. Here we go. Alrighty, so we have the 2nd edition Player's Handbook here. Well, it's actually just called the core rulebook, so that's cool. Oh, is it going to be all freaky? Is that what's going on here? All right. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Well, I'm not going to have that happen for you guys all day. Must be this camera. Okay, well, sorry about that. We will start with sliding over our other camera, and we'll see how the other camera does. This one doesn't want to do what it wants to do. So, fortunately, we have ways to make it talk. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to slide the camera over here, so it's going to pop in my face for a second. So, alright. I think it's time for me to order some new, stop ordering some Pathfinder books and order more cameras, I think. Alright, so 2nd edition Pathfinder core rulebook. Logan Bonner, Jason Bellum, Stefan Redney McFarlane, and Mark Shifter. Again, if we were just to pop this open, 638 pages. There's a couple miscellaneous pages at the end. We're not too concerned about that. All right, so what does this book contain? Well, first of all, it's going to contain most everything you're going to need to get started in the Pathfinder role-playing game. And you can see the artwork in this system has always been top-notch, absolutely top-notch. And unlike Wizards of the Coast, allegedly, they don't use AI artists. So we have the introduction, we have the ancestry and backgrounds, we have classes, skills, feats, equipment, spells, the Age of Lost Omens, which is the current age of their default world, playing the game mastering, crafting and treasure, the conditions apex book, character sheet, the glossary and index, and of course, look at that. I mean, 2 double-sided pages just to get you inspired with the nice artwork. Lovely artwork. There's some kobolds here. There's some kind of big creature over here. Alright, nice. Chapter 1, Introduction. Now here's a cool thing that I think is I don't know if this has been talked about. So every page over on the right hand side, or most every pages, will have this little index, and you can flash through it and it'll show you We have the introduction, the ancestry and background, the classes, the skills. So if we wanted to go to, say, skills, I can go through this until, I went too far because, see, I'm now in classes. Oh, there we go. There's skills. So I think that's super cool. And not only that, but if you notice on the edge, they actually have each of the different chapters in a like a little section on the side. So if you wanted to go to this section, which happens to be spells, you can see that big thick section. If I wanted to go to the next section, past spells, I would go there. So has the nice artwork on the side to kind of show you where the different chapters are. I think that's unique. I don't remember that in any book. Of course, I haven't talked about this, but this is a hard bound book with the very thick. And I get my ruler out, but I've got this camera in the way now, so I can't do that. Anyways, introduction. What is role playing? So obviously, Pathfinder is a role playing game. Talks about the flow of the game, the players, the game master, the narrative, playing the game, exploration, encounters, downtime, some of the common like level, initiative, role playing, rounds, skills. I mean, what are the kind of the key words that you're going to be using all the time while using this game? Example of play. Using this book. Understanding actions. So you have a single action. You have a reaction. You have a free action. And then some of your activities will take 2 activations or 3 activations. Reading the rule book. This book contains hundreds of rule elements that give characters new and interesting ways to respond to situations in the game. How to create a character. Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. If you are coming from the Dungeons and Dragons mold of things, you will be very familiar with this. Step 1, create a concept. What do you want your character to be? Think about that ahead of time so you're not just willy-nilly. Here are the ancestries. We have the dwarf, elf, gnome, goblin, halfling, and human. We also have the classes, the alchemist, barbarian, bard, champion, cleric, druid, fighter, monk, ranger, rogue, sorcerer, and wizard. Here's your character sheet and what you should use and the different pages of that. And then you're just going to go step by step. Determine your ability scores. Record your class skills. Buy your equipment. Calculate your modifiers. Finish your details. Sample character. How to level up. We get to Chapter 2, Ancestries and Backgrounds. So we're going to have all the information about the dwarfs, the dwarf heritages, the dwarf feats at 1st level, 5th level, 9th level, 13th level, elf. Again, all of their ancestral feats. We have the gnome heritage, ancestral feats, goblin heritage, ancestral feats, halfling heritage, halfling as ancestry feats, human, half-elves, half-orcs, human heritages, and your feats. And then also your feats for your half-orcs. Backgrounds. What did your character do before they became a role-playing adventurer? Were they a bounty hunter, or an artist, or barkeep, a detective, a guard, a herbalist, a hermit, a hunter, a miner, a prisoner, a tinkerer, a scout, a warrior? Here are a lot of the different languages. Classes. How to read the different classes. What are they like? What page do they start on? We have the alchemist. Key intelligence. Our key ability is intelligence. Hit points 8 plus your constitution modifier. What do they do during encounters? What do they do during social encounters? What do they do while exploring? What do they do while downtime? Why would you might want to be an alchemist? And it goes through step by step all the information about the alchemist, the different feats you can take, the different special abilities. Here's alchemist feats. There's a bomber. You can mix an explosion out of anything. Mutagenist. Then of course the same thing with the barbarian. Strength 12 plus your constitution modifier. All your class features. Your weapon specializations, your instincts, special abilities, your barbarian feats. Animal rager. Here is a fury. Keep things simple because you only need one thing to drive you. Your own inner rage. Rage. The bard. You're the master of artistry, a scholar of ancient secrets, and a captivating persuader. Thank you. Class features. The different abilities and spells. We have the dancer. Through myriad styles of dance, you inspire your allies and channel outer-worldly magic. Champions. You are the emissary of a deity, a devout servant who has taken up a weighty mantle, and you adhere to the code that holds you apart from all those around you. Champions. All the different feats, abilities. We have the Redeemer. Your truth and compassion glow strong as the sun, bringing the evil into the light of your goodness, the dawn flower. Special abilities and feats. Here is the Liberator, with the name of the surviving sting. With the name of the savored sting on your lips, you free those held against their will and extract revenge upon their captors. So, all kinds of different ways to play that character. Of course, we have a cleric. All their information, special abilities. We have the Grozen. Follow the wind and the waves to protect the beauty of nature in all its forms. We have the Parasim, a follower of the Lady of Graves. You respect the sanctity of both life and death. Ooh, lovely. The Druid. Spells per day. Druid feats. We have the Wild Druid. With the Storm Druid. Leaf Druid. We got the Fighter. Fighter feats. There's a list of all the different fighter feats. And a little bit over here too. You can see quite a list. And this is again in just the core rule book. When we start getting some of the other books, I'm sure there's going to be multiple things added there. We have the Bully. We have the Duelist. We have the Archer. These are all sample fighters. We have a Monk. Again, special abilities. We have the Kai Monk. Or the Crane Monk. We have the Ranger. Some Rangers believe civilization wears down the soul, but still need to be protected from wild creatures. Animal Ranger. We have the Archer. We have the Rogue. Rogue feats. The Scoundrel. Of course, the Scoundrel. The Thief. The Sorcerer. You didn't choose to become a spellcaster. You were born as one. Sorcerer's information. We have the Fey Touched. Sorcerer feats. The Demon Blood. The Wizard. You are an external student of the arcane secrets of the universe, using your mastery of magic to cast powerful and devastating spells. Wizard advancements, spells per day. We have the Conjurer. Your magic summons creatures, transports you, and creates useful items. You know about old creatures and distant realms. Of course you do. The Illusionists. Animal companions and familiars. A whole section on companions. The different kinds of companions. And then familiars. Archetypes. Alchemist, barbarian. Multi-class alchemist characters. Barbarian. Bard, champion, cleric, druid, fighter, monk, ranger, rogue, sorcerer, wizard. Chapter 4, skills. So we have acrobatics, arcana, athletics, crafting, deception, diplomacy, intimidation, lore, medicine, nature, occultism, performance, religion, society, stealth, survival, and thievery. Trained. How to become trained. How to identify magic. And then it goes into each one of these specific skills, talking about each one, giving examples, and talking about critical successes, critical failures. Diplomacy, intimidation, medicine, nature, occultism, religion, stealth, survival, thievery, feats, general skill feats, all kinds of different feats for different things, animal lore, battle cry, bargain hunter, catfall, charming liar, die hard, experienced smuggler, impressive performance, lengthy diversion, multilingual, natural medicine, quick cohesion, quick repairs, ride, sign language, steady balance, survey wildlife, toughness, ward medicine, equipment, coins, armor, shields, weapons, and that's on page 280. Here's your weapons, your melee weapons, your ranged weapons, weapon traits, all the different information about the different weapons, gear, venturing gear, class kits, and then formulas, animals, spells. Spell. What do you think of that? All kinds of information about the spells, the different schools, the 4 essences: master, spirit, mind, and life. Casting spells, components, duration, ranges, identifying spells, and now the lengthy spell list. And of course, all of our spells alphabetically. So instead of separating each spell like wizards into their own section and druids in their own section, the spells in general, everything is just alphabetical. So you'll have level 4s next to level 1s, next to level 2s, next to level 10s. So everything's alphabetically easy to look up. Anti-magic field, Bane, bless, chain lightning, chilling darkness, circle of protection, comprehend languages, create water, darkness, Detect magic. Dinosaur form. Disintegrate. Divine lance. Divine wrath. Dreaming potential. Duplicate foe. Endure elements. Entangle. Enfeeble mind. Fireball. Fly. Gate. Goblin pox. Grease. Heroism. Illusionary creature. Insect form. Jump. Levitate. Magic missile. Massacre. Mind blank. Miracle. Moon frenzy. Nightmare. Obscuring mists. Paralyze. Phantom steed. Plant form. Prestidigitation. Prismatic spray. Protection. Purify food and drink. Remove disease. Resist energy. Reverse gravity. Whew. Sanctuary. Secret page. Spatter. Sigil. Soundburst. Spider sting. Spiritual guardian. Stinking cloud. Stone to flesh. Summon an elemental. Sunburst. Telepathy. Teleport. Unrelenting observation. Unseen servant. Ventriloquism. Wall of ice. Wall of stone. Water breathing. Wish. Wow, so that was just some of the spells. Focus spells. Bard. So these are just bard spells. Champion. Cleric. Druid. Monk. Wizard. See, do we... Oh, the sorcerer there. I missed the sorcerer. Sorcerer. And then a wizard. Rituals. Another thing that came from 4th edition. Hey, Will GM for food. What's going on, buddy? Blight. Freedom. Imprisonment. Planar binding. Plant growth. Now, we've gone through quite a bit of this, but we still have quite a bit left, as you can see. We now get into playing the game. This is all about creating and giving you players different options. Now we're going to talk about the actual adventuring in the Age of Lost Omen. 10,000 years ago, the world of Golarion came close to ending. Earthfall, as this extinction level event came to be known, saw the world plummet into a shower of falling stars that sank on continents, hollowed out new seas, and destroyed civilizations. It took centuries for the world to recover and centuries more for society to rebuild, but recover it did. So, it talks about the world, the shape of the world. The area, the inner sea is the area that is known here. This is the populated area, I guess, of the world is what we should say. The inner sea region. And then it kind of goes into each of the different locations a little bit. Eye of Dread, the Golden Road, the High Seas, the Impossible Lands, McGowan Expanse, the Old Silenex, the Savage Sagalands, the Shining Kingdoms, different cultures, different ethnicities, languages, regional languages, creatures, normally bound to the abyss. Demons can be found wherever cults or evil spellcasters exist to call them to this world. Two notable locations, the World Wound in the north and the Tanglebriar in the southern Calorian, deserve a special mention. For here, the demons of the abyss have established lasting presences. Dun dun dun. Alright, gnolls, kobolds, goblinoids, orcs. Factions. Whole bunch of different factions. Religions. The different deities that you will come across if you use the core world. The different domains that they possess. Playing the game, Chapter 9. At this point, you have a character and you're ready to play Pathfinder. Or maybe you're the GM and you're getting ready to run your first adventure. Either way, this chapter provides the full details of the rules outlined in Chapter 1 Introduction. This character begins by describing the general rules and conventions of how the game is played, and then presents more in-depth explanation of the rules for each mode of play. Taking damage, special checks, damage types, conditions, effects, duration, targets, line of effects, afflictions, hit points, healing and dying, death. That goblin is not looking like he's in very good shape right now. I love how Glorian has a country for each style campaign. Okay, we'll put the dinosaurs here and the vampires here and the steampunk ones here. Yeah, absolutely. Movement, perception, encounter mode, basic actions, force movements, triggering movements, flanking, cover, exploration mode, travel speed, what to do in downtime, long-term rest, retaining. Then we get to game mastering components, planning a campaign, tools, character creation, providing the adventure, building the encounters, running a game session, starting a session, running modules for play, ending encounters, social encounters, exploration, rolling initiative, resting, difficulty classes, Rewards. Experience points, hero points. That's interesting. Here, okay. Treasures. No. Never give your players treasure. They'll keep expecting it. Never give your players treasure. They will continue wanting more treasure. Players are greenies and yeah. Treasure for new characters. None. This section should say none. Never give them anything. Make them work for it. Once they get 20th level, then you can give them something. Until then, make them work for it. Environments. Aquatic adventures. Desert and forest. Mountains. Swamps and plains and urbans. Underground. Climate. Disasters. Oh yeah, that's what you need to do. Give your players a couple avalanches, a couple blizzards, and an earthquake to deal with. And then they'll be happy for a change when they don't have those things happen to them. And then they won't ask for treasure because you're like, hey, I'm giving you a treasure. I'm not giving you a blizzard today. Detecting a hazard. Experiencing hazards. Disabling a hazard. Hazard format, sample hazards. Sample hazards are like poison lock. A slamming door, I like that. A bottomless pit. A bloodthirsty urge. Complex hazards. A drowning pit. Quicksand. Dark-sided mirror. Crafting and treasure. Constant abilities, using items, activating items, reading items, treasure tables. No. No, players are going to want more things now. Oh, good lord. Oh my gosh, look at all these table after table after table. Here's alchemist items. Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of things in here. If the players see this, they're going to want this stuff. Oh. Oh. Look at this. Yeah, great. They're going to want all this stuff. Oh, Wolfang. Yeah, that's a javelin of lightning. Why don't I have a javelin of lightning? Why can't I get some bottled air? Why can't I get a horn of blasting? Why can't I get a rod of wonder? I'll give you my rod of wonder right here. Materials. Cold iron. Adamantium. Isn't that what Wolverine's made out of? Dragonhide. Silver. Mithril. Mithril. That's only for the Baggins. Bobo Baggins. What is this? Craft, what is this? Ruins. Ruins. That's, ruins is in R-U-I-N-S, not R-I-U-N-S. Ruins. Runes. Shields. Snares. Staffs. Oh yes, I want a staff. Why can't I have a magic staff? Staff of fire. Why can't I get a staff of fire? Wands. Wands. Wands of fireball. Why can't I get a wand of fireball? That'll be the first question on the player's mouth. Dagger of venom. Alright. All kinds of great, wondrous, magical items the players will never see. And then we have the Conditions Apex, which gives you information about every one of the conditions. Which is, and there is, I think, 40 some of them. I think it was 42. Blinded, broken, clumsy, concealed, confused, controlled, dazzled, deafened, doomed, drained, dying, encumbered, enfeebled, fascinated, fatigued, flat-footed, fleeting, friendly, frightened, grabbed, helpful, hidden, hostile, immobilized, indifferent, invisibility, observed, paralyzed, persistent damage, petrified, prone, quickened, restrained, sickened, slowed, stunned, stumpified, unconscious, undetected, unfriendly, unnoticed, wounded. And that's it. Yeah, that was 42. I think it was 40. I think there's 42. 42 different conditions that you can get in this game. Here's your character sheet. Lovely. More pages. More pages. A glossary and index with all of your keywords and information if you want to know about, say, open. Or if you want to find out about something. Pages and pages of that. The Lost Omen World Guide. If you were going to play in their default world. And then the bestiary. And that is a wrap. Advancing your game in the core rulebook. Again, huge mammoth book. I picked this up on Amazon for, I think, like I said, $45 plus like $3.95 shipping or something. I don't know. It was like a little bit less than $50. Normally, retails, if you go to like Barnes and Nobles, you're gonna spend $59.99 plus tax. So, but you can see how much, how big and thick and heavy this is. This is one of these. I mean, it took us 45 minutes just to do a box opening with this book because there's 627 pages. Or 600 and... How many pages? 638 pages. Sorry. 638 pages. So it takes a while to go through this. But, with that said, more pages means more items, more choices, more feats, more abilities, more classes, more races, more of everything. If you want more and give your players much more choices on what they can do, 42 conditions, 42 different conditions, Pathfinder might be the game for you. Second edition, of course. Core Rulebook. Thanks for watching. We'll see everybody next time. Until then, my friends, take care, and thanks for coming out and checking out the video. Will GM for Food, thanks for coming by. And we'll see you all real soon. Until then, my friends, take care, and we'll see you all down the line.